Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a video for you, a tutorial on the look that I was wearing in my top 10 powders video, my ranking video for loose and pressed powder. So many people want to see that when I post it on Instagram, and I'm like, I got you. I'm going to film that for you. I still don't know what the title of this video is going to be, but it is a beautiful glam makeup that I just absolutely loved, and I'm so glad you guys loved it too. So we're just going to jump right in, and I'm going to show you how I created that look. For the eyes, I used my favorite eyeshadow palette, which is the First Patrick Ta one. I used this shade for the crease and then this one for the lid, and I lightly deepened up with a little bit of the deepest matte brown in this palette. It's a very simple look, very light on the eyes actually. Normally I bring my crease color all the way in. We're gonna just focus it on the outer half of the eye. So going in with this brown here, if I was a little bit lighter, I'd go in with that one. So either or, using a rougher 13 brush, I'm just going to concentrate this on the outer half of my eye. And this was just one dip in, and we have really nice pigment. I kept it quite light, so we're just gonna stop there for that shade. Do the same with the other eye. Keeping this look nice and blended, we're going to go in with the same brush and a little bit of a lighter shade just to blend out the upper crease. The crease for this look was very light for me. I didn't build it up too much. I'm also lightly blending it on the outer corner of my lid, not just focusing in the crease, but only keeping it to that outer half of the eye. Once the crease is blended, we're going to take this shade on our finger, and this I put all over the lid. I also bring it up quite high in this inner corner and just softly blend it out. This is a matte with some shimmer in it. I love how this shade catches the light and still looks super soft and pretty. I love this shade so much. One of the reasons why I love this palette. This shade is so beautiful. Even with a finger, that shade just kind of blends itself. So we're just gonna go in with a little bit smaller of a brush. This is a rougher 03. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of this shade along the lash line just to do a soft shadowing. To blend that out, I'm just taking a rougher 26, which I love, to softly blend out. No product on it. I want this to be very soft. Making sure just the lash line, deepest part, and that wing is softened. Keeping the lash line a little darker just helps make my lashes look a little bit fuller when I add my mascara. That's a very softened wing. We have more pigment along the lash line. That's the eyes complete. Super simple. You just need a really light hand and just to take your time between the steps. Just think soft, and going lighter is better. If you want to deepen up, you definitely can. But for this look, I kept the eyes pretty light and had a focus on a very bright lid, and I love the sparkle that gives. Just putting a little bit of this Fenty lip mask on. Been neglecting my lips lately. Quick curl to the lashes. And then for mascara, my cousin gave me this. She does my hair. This is the SST Cosmetics Ink Lash Rebel Mascara. Been really loving this. I use this most days when I'm not applying falsies, but I don't know if I've used this on camera yet. But I was wearing it that day, and then I did obviously put on a little corner lash just to make the outer corner more dramatic, but you'll be able to see how this builds my lashes. It's really, really nice. I love how this mascara makes my lashes look. So I've been using this when I don't wear falsies. This has been my go-to everyday mascara. I love it. Then for lashes, shocking, I wore these. I feel like every time I get asked what lashes I'm wearing, it's always the Ardell 3D Mink. And these are the 858s. I've been raving about these for a while, but these are what I was wearing. Using all my favorites today. I do cut these lashes, and I use the inner half of the lash. So I'm just gonna give those a quick cut. I also saved that piece that I cut off and use those as half lashes too. I just like the inner bit a little bit better because it's slightly shorter, but I will still use those other pieces that I cut off. Get 2 sets of half lashes out of a pair of these. For glue, I'm using my velour lash glue, one of the few that doesn't irritate my eyes. I'm just gonna let that get tacky, pop them on, and then we're going to move on to the rest of the face. Every time I put on these lashes, I just feel like they make a look. They are so beautiful, but you gotta cut them. You gotta make them half lashes. I'm just gonna let the glue dry, and we're gonna move on to the face. I did a little concoction here. So again, using my favorites right now. For my sunscreen today, I've been really loving this Tacobo one. It did interfere with one of my foundations I used, my Morphe one, because I did a lot of skincare for that, but I love this otherwise. It worked great with what I'm going to be wearing today. I get this from Stylevana. Look at how clear this is. Basically goes on the skin like water. Just gotta let it absorb. I think I went too quickly into my foundation my last video without letting this fully sink into my skin. It did have an issue with that Morphe foundation. I get all my Korean skincare on Stylevana, as I said. I do have a coupon code with them now. I always rep it in my videos because I'm a huge lover of Korean skincare, so I'm so excited about this, that I finally have a coupon code that I can use as well. It's just Shop Cheryl. And then for my pores, I went in with my iconic London primer. This is the Velvet Smooth Pore Refining Primer, which I've been loving as well. Only a little bit of this is needed, and I strictly put it on my porous areas. So just my T-zone, especially here. This is where we need to focus and just press it into the skin. Once everything's had its chance to sink into my skin and set, I'm gonna go ahead and do my foundation. And I did a little foundation cocktail for this look. I started off with the MAC Studio Fix, the new reformulation in NC27. A little light for me, so I mixed it in with my Too Faced Born This Way matte, and this is in the shade Golden. This is as dark as I go for foundation, so when I'm in summer, she's the darkest. I love the finish and look of this on my skin, and same with this, so I mixed them together, and that's what my skin looked like for that video. I really love the foundation cocktail, but both on their own, I love. So you don't need to do this. This is just what I did for that video. I like to play around in my spare time. So just combining the two, mixing them together, using my BK Beauty 101 foundation brush. And then I'm going to apply it to the skin. You get coverage, and just the finish was really nice. The wear was beautiful. I feel like I barely have to build it. When I mix these together, the coverage is so good. Ooh, so good. This is where I kind of shape that eye makeup. You don't want to go over it, but I do want to clean up any of the sloppy blending, and then make sure you bring it down your neck, because as good as of a match this is, it just always looks better when at least it's blended to my neckline of my shirt. Color, coverage, finish. Love this combination. And then I use my Hourglass concealer for more coverage under my eyes. I didn't bring up the foundation all the way, so I use this to conceal and to highlight. I use the shade Beach, which is good when I am self-tan like I am today. And then I'm using my Rephr 36 brush, which is great for concealer. I accidentally said this was a natural hair bristle brush, but it's in fact synthetic, which I was not aware of. Just assumed all my Rephr brushes were natural hair. I do prefer synthetic for concealer. I still think I like my BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy one a little bit more, I think because of the density of it, but this is what we're using to blend out the concealer today. Then for powder, since I am tan, I use the Charlotte Tilbury in number 2 to set underneath my eyes, and I just take a puff to press that in, making sure there's no creases prior. I just did that. Just make sure I set this before I go in with my bronzer and my creams, and I don't have to worry about this. And then I'll set the rest of the face after. I just did my top 10 powders. This is the look that I had, and I used 3 on my face for that video. I don't know if I'm going to do that for this one, but I did use this underneath my eyes. I love how flawless this makes my under eye, plus adds a little bit more coverage, which I feel like I need to just flatten that area out, because I do have quite big hollows underneath my eyes. So it just makes it super smooth and flattering for my eye area. And then off camera, I've been trying to use up some products. So I did use my Fenty cream here in the shade Teddy to bronze up the skin. I'm using my BK Beauty 109. Use this for blush and cream bronzer. So cream blush, cream bronzer. And I kind of bronze tour my face. Anywhere that I would contour, I usually just put my bronzer. I like how that looks for me. Keeping it high and really getting this in my hairline. Often, if I don't get close enough, you see my scalp and it just looks like a line. Try and get up in the hairline without getting in the hair too much. And I love this tone. I Forgot how good this was. No wonder I had such a big dent on this. Getting my jawline with this. Make it more chiseled than it is. I used this blush from Patrick Ta. I really wanted the new coral one that he has, but it's out of stock on Sephora Canada, and I didn't get it during the sale, so I've been using this. I'm going to start with the cream. I know he does cream last, but for me, I'm pretty sure I did cream first. For this look, just the same brush, press it into the skin. I did my creams first because I did want a more matte look, and I used Manny's Lunar Beauty powder to set most of my face and then add some spray to bring the life back to my skin. So I want to show you that in this video. So I guess I'm going to be doing 2 powders. You can see just how cream makes the skin look versus mattifying it with powder. Just the difference. If you want something to look more smooth and flawless, if you have pores or texture, compared to adding that kind of glow, just kind of depends on what you like. I don't think my texture is severe, but you can definitely see it, skin texture, compared to what powder does to the skin, which now we're going to fully set the rest of the face. And I'm going to show you the Lunar Beauty powder and how it makes my skin look so flawless. I have the shade Translucent Light in this. They do have a pink one that I still have not picked up, which I would love to. And my good friend Steph BABSBEAUTY does have a coupon code with Lunar Beauty. It's BABSBEAUTY if you want to go check it out. So just taking my puff in the powder. So I have it loaded up and then I press it on the back of my hand and I just kind of go from the back of my hand and start setting the rest of my face. Just gonna tone down the dewiness, but it is translucent, so you're gonna still be able to see the color. It mattifies the skin and softens that texture. If you haven't seen my top 10 powder video, I talk more in detail about each powder, what I use it for, benefits, who I think would like it, like in-depth application I talk about for powder. So definitely go check that out if you're interested in all the powders I recommend and love and use. Just depends on the look I'm going for, which one I would recommend. If you're oily, dry, normal, aging skin, whatever the case may be, I got a powder for you in that video. Then I did add more of the powder blush to my cheeks. This was more blush focused than bronzer. I thought the Fenty did a sufficient job at bronzing and contouring. I just wanted a little bit more blush for the look, and I love this color. I'm trying to tell myself I don't need that other Patrick Ta blush because I have this one. Then for highlight, I went light on the Fenty Prosecco, the new highlight formula. This is intense. I do love how it looks like on my nose, and only a slight bit is all you need. And I did put a little on the cheek, more so a matte look than overly glowy. I do add the glow back in with setting spray, which I like for a more overall kind of wet look. Then to finish off my eyes, I took whatever was left on that pencil brush, put it just in the outer third. We keep things really simple around here. Nothing beats the MAC Giga Black for lower lashes though, so we're gonna load that on. And I always take a spoolie after, just to comb through any little bits that are too much. And then for my waterline, I used this Estee Lauder. It's a cream shade. This is so old, it's discontinued. I don't even like putting this in the description box because no one can find it. I'm trying to use up things off camera, and this is what I used for that video, but it is a creamy flesh tone liner. I don't normally go light in my waterline. I much prefer brown or black, but for this look, I did open the eyes a little bit by putting that lighter color in the waterline. Lips gets really fun, and this is where I was inspired by a makeup artist, and I just want to get her name right, and I'll have her in the description box. But she is on Instagram, TikTok. Her name is Melissa Hurkman, and she did a lip combo on Kensington, I think her name is. I just recently followed her. She's so beautiful. She's on TikTok and Instagram as well. Her screen name is Ken's Nation, so she's a very popular TikToker. And Melissa did this beautiful lip combo, which naturally I had to recreate because I loved it so much. Lip combos get me, so she started off with the Makeup by Mario lip pencil in almond. I picked this up from Sephora. I already need to sharpen it because I have been using this not only for her lip combo that she did, but for my own. It's such a pretty color. And I love that the Makeup by Mario lip pencils have a little brush on the end so you can blend it out. We're gonna overline our lips a lot here. So I focus the overlining like Melissa does at the bottom of the lip, and then kind of to soften the Cupid's bow. I don't do it fully straight across, but I do fill in that gap there for the overlining. I shouldn't talk while doing this. I lightly round out the top and then I connect in the inner corners. I blend by smushing my lips together. Very technical over here. So you want to overline with this look, and that's what makes the lips look super full. And then she went in with blushing from Patrick Ta, which I purchased to do Alex Earl makeup look. Love this color. I'm gonna fill in the lips with this, and then she used Shy in the middle. I just used what I had to lighten that center, which is my Jaclyn Hill lip product. She did use Shy, so just anything light. You could use a concealer just to make that center pop. I just blend with my finger. I love how you can see the liner for the look. I just think it's really pretty, the contrasting tone of this almond shade. Just gonna clean that up. And then Melissa took the Sephora highlighter, and this is the pink shade, Pink Flash, and she put it on the center. But this is drying on the lips, so it's just for fun. I think it's beautiful without. Little unnecessary step, but I got everything that she had, minus Shy. It's just such a pretty lip combo. I had to recreate it, so that was her lip combo. And then to set my face, to add that glow back to my skin, need I say more? This is my Delba First Spray Serum. I love this. I fell in love with this. This is my favorite dewy spray. I got a question on my powder video. This is what I use, if you did not already know. And then just wait for everything to melt and dry down. Got my little fan here. This is the look. And it's a look. I love it so much. I think the lip paired with the eyes I did, it's just so pretty. This is such a me look. I shouldn't talk while my fan is going. I'm just gonna quickly go off camera, fix up my hair, come back, and then I will finish off this video with you guys. I'm back. Here is the completed makeup. This is my definition of a perfect soft glam look. The eyes are super easy to do, but very impactful, I feel. I love what Melissa Hurkman did for the lips, so I added that to my look, and I love what she did with Kensington's makeup. It's so beautiful. So partly recreated, but I wanted to show you this look because you guys requested what I was wearing in that video and on Instagram, and I'm like, I got you. I know we're always on the same page and we like the same sort of stuff because I wanted you to request this, and I'm so happy you did because I really wanted to film it. After I did this look, I fell in love with it, and I'm just like, man, I wish I filmed that. But here we are. Let me know what you guys want to see next in the comments section below. This was because of you that this is here. So thank you so much for those who requested this look. If you have not already, I would absolutely love for you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos, and I will see you guys in my next one.